Good evening, folks. This is CG again, back with another video. Not sure which channel or where I'm going to post this video up at. And this has something to do with credit cards and debit cards and all these, places of business, merchant accounts being hacked or compromised by hackers. It's been going on for a while. I know I went to go pay for lunch, or actually no. Let's start with getting a cup of coffee. I had some money in my PayPal account. Went to use the card declined. Like, damn, thought I had money in the account. So I gave him my debit card for the bank. That went through, and I was able to get my cup of coffee, and I was able to go to work. Well, for the job that I do. So I'll just leave it at that. Okay, now around lunchtime, I was gonna get me a sandwich. I was gonna pay with debit card. I figured some told me to go to the ATM or look for an ATM machine, take cash out. I said, all right, go to the ATM, unauthorized transaction. I'm like, okay, damn. So I had to go across the street, get me a hamburger from the hamburger joints. Didn't fill me up, because I really wanted a tuna sandwich with lettuce, tomatoes, and onions on a nice big sandwich, because I was hungry. So I called up PayPal and find out what was going on. They said, well, Mr. So-and-so, we sent you a card back in January. You're supposed to change it. I'm like, okay. Because I kept wondering why they sent me the card for it, and there was nothing wrong with this one. They said, well, because one of your cards was part of the Target merchant scheme where hackers hacked into the database and all accounts associated were compromised. I said, okay. And we'll send you out a new card. I said, all right, fine. I'm just going to give my hypothetical as to why these things are happening. I'm going to focus more or less on where the databases are sitting on, what platform or operating system they're using. I say that's the weakest link. I could be wrong. Those who manage databases can verify this information for me and get back to me or correct me in the comments section. But I say it has something to do with the operating system that the database is sitting on. Could be using Windows, could be using Linux, could be using Unix. Who knows? But I'm a roughly guess that they're using Windows as their main server. Well, Windows has a lot of backdoors into their system. So it's kind of a little easier for some certain hackers to crack through the system and gain access to personal information. It's much difficult for Unix and Linux environments because a lot of those holes are not open. So that's my hypothetical explanation as to why a lot of these credit cards or a lot of these merchant accounts that you use your debit card or credit card to pay for merchandise and services and goods and food are being compromised by hackers. Something is weak as the operating system where it's kept could be the cause. Could be the database security section as well. Whatever in the database community that they use to encrypt their data or keep it locked or keep any backdoor entries into the database has been compromised. So that's just my take of it. And if anybody who manages databases for a living can let me know in the comment section or make a video explaining what I just said or see if there's a counter argument to prove me wrong, which I could be wrong. I'll admit that. This is just hypothetical. This is not factual. I repeat, hypothetical, not factual. So I need folks, like I said, in the database management community to verify this information. Is it the operating system or is it the application software that hosts the database? Could be the problem. This is the times we're living in. We're in the information age. Everything is accessible at your fingertips. All you got to do is key in the right words into your favorite search engine, and boom, you have the information right in front of you. It's a matter of picking 1 out of 10 of, let's say, 1,000,000 plus results, and then you're on your merry way. So this is technology on the cutting edge. Everything's hooked up just about to the internet. Our phones, this phone I'm using to record the videos, is hooked up to the internet. The computers that we use, the laptops, tablets, they're all connected. Everything's connected, just about. So I'm not surprised that it was compromised, the card, or it was part of the hacking scheme. I'm not surprised at all. But hopefully those that manage IT and manage those databases can take a look at your operating system, maybe tighten them up, or use a different operating system or platform to host it, because this is too much. What are people supposed to do to get their money out? So anyway, I'm going on long enough with my hypothetical and what ifs. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Excuse me. Well, it is Easter coming up this weekend. Oh man. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you later. Until then, take care.